It is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be ranking the 41 or so best cards right now in NBA 2K23 on a tier list. Now, guys, this list isn't the exact top like 40 or so. Obviously, I'm going to miss out on some people that maybe deserve to be on this list. But I basically took the best players from each of my lists, added some of the new cards like Melo, Clay, Ben Simmons, and this is where we are. So, obviously, some of the top players in the game, as you guys can indeed see, and a lot of the newer cards as well. So if you are wondering, Ty, how does, Galaxy Opal Magic rank compared to some of the other top players in my team? We're going to be discussing that. Again, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. Galaxy O with Jason Tatum, I'm probably going to put him as far as the best overall players in my team in C tier. I think I got to put him in B tier. Look, Tatum's not bad, okay? I need you guys to hear me out. Tatum's not bad. But my whole thing is Tatum a top 5 small forward in my team? I don't think so right now. And that, maybe he is. Maybe he's right on the verge of that, but I just think there are other small forwards that I do prefer right now in my team. I'm going to leave him at B tier for now. He might go down to C tier. Andrew Wiggins, I'm going to put at C tier. I just really don't love Andrew Wiggins. Yes, he is a free Galaxy Opal. That is really solid for a free card in my team. But is he solid for overall the best cards in my team? I don't really see that quite as much. I'm going to throw him at C tier. But again, if you want to use Andrew Wiggins, I don't really have a problem with it. I don't think the card is horrible, anything like that. And again, if you want to personally use the card, do what you have to do. Next up, Galaxy Opal Ben Simmons. I'm putting you at S tier. Look, I don't know how many people are going to be at S tier. And is Ben Simmons my favorite point guard on my team? No. Is the card absolutely incredible? Is the card really good? Yes. And that's where I'm at on Ben Simmons. You guys can think whatever you want about Ben Simmons. Yes, his 3-ball isn't necessarily the greatest, but he's 6'11", can attack the rim greatly, and he's a point guard. Definitely deserving of that S tier. You guys might be surprised, but I'm still going to put Bob Nedelecki in A tier. And again, when I say you guys might be surprised, a lot of you guys might not be. A lot of you guys realize how good Bob Nedelecki truly is. For me, I know he's only 6'9", but he moves really good at the power forward position. And his release is one of my favorites. I know you guys might like, Dirk's release more, might like some other releases more. I absolutely love Bob Nedelecki's release. Cedi Osman, I'm going to throw in C tier. I think DBG put him in S tier, and I just think that's blasphemy. I think that's absolutely crazy. I'm going to move Jason Tatum down for now as well. Look, if Andrew Wiggins is at C tier, that's where my Cedi Osman's going to be. If Jason Tatum's at C tier, that's where my Cedi Osman's going to be. Card is good, but I think anything over C tier, you're just gassing him. Chet Holmgren up next, and look, I don't love Chet, but he's 7 feet tall, okay? And again, we'll eventually move some things around. Chet is really good in my team. Is he as good as Bob Nedelecki? No, okay? And that, you guys can call me crazy, say that I'm biased, all this stuff. Bob's release is way better. I like Bob's defensive stats more. The only thing Chet has over Bob is just the fact that he's taller. That's legitimately the only thing he does better. Dolph Schayes, I'm going to put him B tier. It's crazy to me how many people are underrating Dolph Schayes at this point. I mean, do we not remember in last quals when everybody was running Dolph Schayes over even Galaxy Opal AD? Like, I feel like everybody still loves Galaxy Opal AD, but the moment you talk about Dolph Schayes, people just come up with all the negatives about him. You guys got to realize, he's got the Kuzma base. He's still chicken man in my team. Sure, he's only 6'8". Yes, that does hurt his value, but I'm still throwing him at B tier, and quite honestly, I'd rather have him on my court than Chet Holmgren. Say what you want, that's just my opinion. Pink Diamond Brown up next, and here's where things get really tough, okay? Here's where things get really tough for me, because I'm still going to put Brown in S tier. Now, does Brown's release lack right now? Yes, okay? It's the LeBron based on normal timing. The moment we get a new Brown, which probably should be coming soon, a new Brown, new Giannis, probably coming soon, they're obviously going to take that next step. But even right now, what you got to realize with Brown is he's one of the best defensive players, not only on this list, in the entire game. His release is easy to time, easy to green, and as far as stopping him attacking the rim, it's really hard to do. James Harden right now, I'm going to put at A tier. Now, a lot of people are going to be mad. A lot of people would rather have, James Harden compared to Ben Simmons. But for me, who is the overall best? And I can't put James Harden over Ben Simmons. I just personally can't. If you love James Harden, awesome. I personally like him as well. But I just don't think he's quite as good as Ben Simmons. Steph Curry up next, F tier. I'm sorry, G Rusty. I'm sorry for all you guys who do love Steph Curry and use the card. I'm not trying to sit here and slander Steph, but when I look up and down the stats and badges of Steph, the card is mid. I mean, sure, his release isn't horrible. Sure, his movement isn't horrible, but he's 6'3". His player build isn't good. He's just F tier. Probably the worst card on this list. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I'm going to throw a D tier. And I like Shai, especially if you are balling on a budget, right? I think Shai is really good if you are no money spent. Who y'all should be no money spent. Hear me out. Be no money spent and pick up Shai over, spending for Ben Simmons. But what I will say is this. Shai's not that elite level. He's good, just not elite. Lonzo Ball, another card in D tier. I don't rate Lonzo that highly. Yes, he's really solid defensively. Yes, he can make some things happen for you. But would I take Lonzo Ball over a guy like Shai? I don't know. I think it's really close. Pink Diamond Penny up next, and here's where things get tough. Pink Diamond Penny at this stage is C tier, and that's crazy, considering I still love Pink Diamond Penny. By the way, if Amy Penny was on this list, he'd probably be in D tier. I like Amy Penny too, so, don't buy the Pink Diamond Penny. Just get the Amy, and he's going to be 90% of the Pink Diamond Penny. But I do like Penny Hardaway, still at C tier. Pink Diamond Magic Johnson, call me crazy, he's A tier. Call me crazy, call me everything you want. Pink Diamond Magic Johnson is still A tier in my team. Now, is he as good as the Galaxy Opal Magic, who will plug in right now? No. Galaxy Opal Magic is better, has a quicker release, better dribbling, just an overall better card. But is there that much of a difference? I really just don't think so. And so I'm going to put the Pink Diamond Magic at A tier. Obviously, Galaxy Opal Magic in S tier, who might even be the best card in my team. Julius Erving up next, and I'm going to throw Dr. J right now in A tier. I really do rate Dr. J highly. Maybe it's for me being biased that I grinded for the trophy cases, and so I still should use at least one player from there, right? I don't know. I really do like Dr. J's ability to attack the rim. Really solid defensively. He is A tier to me. Here's where things get really hard, okay? Really hard for me. Because right now, I'm going to leave Vince Carter in A tier because there's only one shooting guard right now who I have head and heels above everybody else. Or head and shoulders above everybody else. Everybody else, to me, right at that shooting guard position is similar. Vince Carter, Dr. J. I don't know who I like more between them. Both are good in their own right. Galaxy Opal MJ, I'm going to throw him at C tier, and I know a lot of people are going to slander me for that, but if you ask me right now who I would rather have, Galaxy Opal Michael Jordan or Galaxy Opal Andrew Wiggins, I'm probably taking Michael Jordan. So, I mean, for as many people that want to call me crazy for this, hey, call me crazy. Galaxy Opal MJ, C tier. Luol Deng up next, I'm going to throw him a D tier, and a lot of people like Luol Deng more than MJ. I just don't see it, right? And a lot of it for me is the tendencies. MJ just has incredible tendencies. He's better badge-wise too. I just personally think he's a more complete player, and I know that might not be as common because Luol can move. His release is solid, and so look, again, everybody at D tier. If you are no money spent, I have no problem with you guys picking up. All of those guys can play at any level. Pink Diamond Giannis up next. I'm going to throw him in that B tier caliber of power forwards, right? Right there with Chet Holmgren, Chet Holmgren right in there with Dolph Schayes, where it's like, look, the cards are fine. I'm not going to sit here and slander the cards when I do think they're fine, but none of those cards to me are that next level of good. None of those cards are as good as a guy like Bob Nedelecki. E. Jillian up next. I'm going to throw him at A tier. I like E more than Chet. I like him more than Giannis. I like him more than Dolph. And I know, again, a lot of people might not agree with me on that, but that's what makes these lists fun. If I had the same exact opinion as everybody else watching this video, what would be the point of me making videos? No reason. I have success with E. The problem is I don't have no money spent, and I have no desire to play on my Xbox account right now. Galaxy Opal Dirk up next, and I think I've got to put Dirk at S tier. Even though I personally don't love Dirk, I think it's a personal thing for me, right? I really think when you look at it from the outside perspective, Dirk should be better than E. He should be better than Bob Nedelecki. It's that simple. Again, I don't hate Dirk, but it's for me, I don't love him as much, or I don't rate him as highly as I probably should. Still gonna put him in S tier because I know he does belong there. David Robinson, Fireworks, up next. I'm gonna throw him at B tier. Look, we've gotten a lot of great centers in my team. If you guys me at center position who I'm running, E. Jinlian or D-Rob, I'm taking E. Even at that center position where I don't think he's quite as good. D-Rob had his time in my team right after New Year's Eve, but I mean now there's guys like the Candyman. Now I gotta get to the Candyman because I don't see him on this list. The Candyman up next, and here's where things get tough. I gotta put him in B tier too. I like the Candyman, but I'm just saying he's not any better than D-Rob. They're at that same tier. Yes, they're gonna do some different things. D-Rob's got a higher 3-ball. Candyman maybe, better defensively. Both B tier to me though. Both really solid players. Carmelo Anthony up next. A tier. Okay. And this is the hard part at the shooting guard position. I like Melo, I like Dr. J, I like Vince Carter. Who is better, or who's the best out of those? Yeah, we'll get to later on in this video, but all of those cards are really solid. Klay Thompson up next, C tier. A lot of people are going to want me to put Klay higher. He's not going higher. He's not. And again, call me crazy, call me biased. He can't go higher than C tier because is he better than Cedi Osman, Andrew Wiggins? I don't think so. Am I taking him over Michael Jordan? I don't know. Because Michael Jordan's going to dunk the ball better. Michael Jordan has better defensive tendencies. The only thing Klay's going to do better is have a better release and Hall of Fame range. That's really it to me. Ray Allen is really good. Another guy I'm going to throw at A tier. When I did my Ray Allen gameplay, I wasn't really used to him yet. And still, I don't love Ray's release. I think it's on the slower side of things. But his movement is incredible. And that's the one thing in the gameplay that I really didn't capture as well as I probably should have. Anthony Davis up next, B tier. I mean, right with Giannis, right with Chet, right with Dolph. At that power forward position, it's pick and choose between those four. All four guys are really solid. Some give you more defense, some give you more offense, but they are at that same level. Tim Duncan up next, and I'm sorry, I'm going to throw him at C tier. I'll take a guy like Dolph Shades at the power forward position. At the center position, give me Candyman or D-Rob over Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is not as nearly as good as he should be in my team. He is C tier to me. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up next. I'm going to throw him a B tier. Right in there with Candyman, D-Rob. I think it really is personal preference between all three of those guys who you run. Kareem's probably the best defensively, worse offensively, best masher type of thing. Really, it just depends, man. For me, for my money, give me Candyman because he is free at the end of the day. Kawhi Leonard up next, right there with Jason Tatum. Now, between JT's preference, JT offensively, obviously way better. Kawhi's defense is going to be a little bit better. I don't necessarily rate either of those cards highly, though, because you got to realize they both are at C tier, but that's not me saying they are necessarily bad. KG up next, and there's only one place for KG to go, and that is in S tier. My favorite power forward in the game right now, by a wide margin. I mean, there are some other really solid players in my team, but at that power forward position, to me at least, KG is by far and away the best in my team. LaMelo Ball up next, and I feel like for LaMelo, right in there with Shea and Lonzo. Again, he does have a it's really quick release, I should say, not even decent, really quick release. But what else does LaMelo really provide for you? That's what I'm asking. Because defensively, he's not great. His height is okay. But, I mean, the moment we get a new LaMelo, I'll be all for it. But Pink Diamond LaMelo at this stage is not great. Marc Gasol, I got to put him at C tier. Look, the hard part with Marc Gasol is most people aren't going to be able to get that release down. Like, I've been using Marc Gasol for like the last 3 days, and I still haven't gotten that release down. And I have said in the past he's better than Kareem, better than maybe Candyman. I take that back. I can't green with the card consistently, and if you can, it's probably really high. If you can't, probably that C tier. Galaxy Open Yao Ming, obviously S tier. I'm not going to sit here and explain it. You guys should know why Yao deserves S tier. OG Anunoby up next. Call me crazy, guys, but I do think he belongs in B tier. And remember, B tier is good. That's me taking him over Kawhi, over Jason Tatum, over Cedi Osman. But I don't think I can put him any higher than B tier. People have compared him to LeBron James. No, he's not LeBron James, but OG Anunoby is really good on both ends of the court, and I absolutely love his release. Scottie Pippen, here's the man we were tugging with at that shooting guard position that is head and shoulders above everybody else. Nobody comes close to what Scottie Pippen can do on both ends of the court. Easy, easy, easy addition into S tier. Shaq, F tier. I'm sorry. Shaq is horrible. I'm not even putting him in D tier. There's no reason for you guys to run Shaq. He's a big body, but why would you run Shaq? I really don't see the reasoning behind it. Why run Shaq when Marc Gasol's in the game? I don't get it. Terry D up next, and I love Terry D. I love Terry D. He's A tier. Terry Dishinger is right on the level of Ray Allen, Julius Erving, and Vince Carter. And honestly, the more that time goes by, the more I think people are underrating how good Terry Dishinger is. And it really all starts and ends with that release. If only he had handles for days. I'm telling you right now, if Terry Dishinger had handles for days, he would be in my S tier. It's that simple. Tim Thomas up next. At this stage of my team, A tier. I like LeBron over him, so how am I going to put him at S tier when I will take LeBron James over him? I still think TT is better than OG Anunoby. I know I've said in the past OG might be better. I still right now am taking Tim Thomas over OG Anunoby. Zion Williamson up last, and I guess I'll throw him a B tier. I don't think Zion's great. I've used him multiple times and just really have not had success with him. To be honest with you guys, this is where I'm leaving this list. I don't feel like moving players up into S tier when I just feel like the shooting guard, especially the shooting guard position, they don't deserve it. Actually, I'm moving Vince up. Forget it. I'm moving Vince up. Vince does deserve it. Vince is better than everybody else at A tier. And while I'm here, I might as well put 10 people at A tier or at S tier. Let's make the top 10, okay? So right now I've got 8. I'm gonna need another power forward type player. I'm gonna move Bob up, okay? And then another shooting guard, small forward type player. Well, just gonna have to be what it's gotta be. Tim Thomas, I guess right now still is my second favorite small forward in my team. And because of that, I'll move OG Anunoby up. Because at the end of the day, I do think OG is better than Zion Williamson. That is gonna wrap it up for my tier list today. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. As always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.